What is the best song in Sonic Adventure? I know that's a loaded question and probably not easy to answer, but let's at least try to find like some of the top tier ones. I think we could probably do that. I've already done a tier list for the OST of Sonic Adventure 2. I know I'm going in reverse order. This is just because I kind of grew up with SA2 and SA1 I actually played after. It's not as much in my childhood memory as SA2, but still very, very dear and close to my heart. I'm probably more partial to SA1's music and I just don't really know it because it's been so long since I revisited a lot of the songs from it. So I am excited to go down and listen to stuff that I haven't heard in a while and really decide what is the best of the best. Of course, these are just my opinions, but you really can't go wrong with SA1's soundtrack. They're all gonna be good, I know that much. So I've once again gone to the tier maker website. I don't think we have to listen to all of the character themes because they're a little bit more well known. Let's just get them out of the way. It doesn't matter, I think is a C. My Sweet Passion, I already rated this because Amy has the same theme in SA2. I think it's an A. I think it's a pretty good tune. I never liked Lazy Days, Living in Paradise, Big's theme. I think it's probably a D. Sorry, I'm not trying to hate on Big, I just never liked that theme. Believe in Myself, again, we get the kind of remix version in SA2, so it is different, but I think it's a little better in SA2. I think it's actually a C in SA1. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sonic and Tails' themes are good. I don't know, they're not as much my preference. I do think It Doesn't Matter is a little better than Believe in Myself though, but I don't know if it's good enough to go up a tier. I'm sorry I'm so picky on these lists. I know I should probably be a little bit more lenient, but I'm trying to just get the best of the best out at the top, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of the best, Unknown From Me is an S tier, guys. The SA2 version's not an S tier, but SA1 version, absolutely amazing. I will leave a link to my video up here for my favorite video game music. This is one of those songs. I love it so much. I think it's just so funny and amazing and actually unironically really catchy. The theme of E102 Gamma is also, I think, S tier. Another one of the songs I mentioned in that video, believe it or not. I think I like SA1's music more than I care to remember. The introduction, this is the song that plays when you first start up the game. You get that opening movie, something. I mean, it is memorable, but I'd probably place it at a C. Just because I think a lot of the other stuff, like the levels and stuff, are going to be a lot more catchy and cooler than that song. I will say, Welcome to Station Square, I think it might be an S. I mean, every time you play this game, you have to go to Station Square so often. It's just like such a feel-good song. Let's listen to this real quick. Y'all know this tune. It's a certified hood classic. I've never heard it with headphones before, and actually the bass line is really cool. But the guitar melody is just so great and so recognizable as Station Square. I like that part, it kind of changes the melody. I recently watched this video that was really cool, and it was like the samples of Sonic, and someone had put together where a lot of the Sonic songs got their inspiration. I don't know if it was like canon, but it was like what that person recognized when they heard it. And there is an older song that sounds a lot like Station Square. It was a Japanese song, and I feel like they definitely took inspiration from that. It was kind of like a jazzy, you know, loungy sort of song. It makes sense because it makes you just feel so happy, and I really love that song. I think it's absolutely an S tier song. Strain, let's see, this is like a kind of tense song here. I like it though, because the piano is super low and the percussion, but then they also have the piano up high too, which makes it very unsettling. Like, you could throw this in like a horror game and nobody would know. Of course, I associate this with the Sonic meeting Chaos scene. Very similar instruments to like Tricky Maze and that sort of stage. It's kind of reminiscent of that. That's the intention. So I would probably put Strain at like a C. Yeah, I think a C, because I think we have room to grow here. Chaos 0, 2, and 4. I actually don't like this song. I like the other Chaos bosses' music. It always freaked me out a little too. I don't know, I didn't like the flow of it. I guess it's kind of cool, but I think it's like very repetitive. I just remember every time I had to fight Chaos like 4, I would dread hearing this song. So for me, I'm gonna put it in a D. Nothing really wrong with it. Honestly, it does the job of making you feel kind of weirded out from this weird creature that you have to fight that's getting bigger and stronger and more powerful every time you see it. Azure Blue World, is that how you say that? The Emerald Coast level, right? So let's hear this one. I'm pretty sure this one's a banger though. Okay, yes, I do like this one, but I think the other stage, the windy stage, is the one I like more, but let's hear this one. Now, I know this one well because I always started up Sonic Adventure and I would just replay the Sonic stages or the Tails stages. When I was little, I always had my friends beat the Gamma and Amy stages because I never liked doing them. And Big. Let's get to the chorus here. I actually think the chorus is really pretty. It's kind of set up like a sentimental pop song. I don't know, something about it sounds really like Japanese to me. I don't know why. It reminds me of like an anime or something of that nature, especially the chorus. This part sounds a lot more classic Sonic. I don't know, maybe it's an A, I think, because I just feel like putting it at B is a disservice. Like, I think it's really cool. And, you know, compared to a lot of the SA2 stages, the SA1 stages are kind of more like sentimental sounding, and SA2 got a lot more like with the times of when it came out, and it was a little more hip, I guess you could say. But I really love this soundtrack and how much it makes you feel. So the next one is Windy and Ripley, which I think is just kind of the part 2 stage of Emerald Coast here. I think that one's good. It's just not as good as the first part here, so I think a B probably. I don't think it's quite like a C, you know? It's still a really cool song. The next one is Big Fishes at Emerald Coast. So this is the big stage. And I gotta say, I hated playing as Big, but I think the music was pretty darn cool. Like, listen to that opening chord here. It's like a pretty like major 7th. So dreamy sounding. Of course, the lead is a little bit kind of silly sounding, but that's because of Big's character. I knew it was gonna do that there. It has that sentimental vibe to it, you know? I think it's probably a B at least. Kind of a unexpected nice one there, because I don't really remember that song that much. This next song is not going to be calming. This is the "And Fish Hits" song, which is when you catch a fish or like Froggy. And I remember this being a jam. I think it's really short, but let's see. Damn those chords though. I would say it sort of sounds like generic, like, you know, you just want a new car kind of music. But then you have that synthesizer, and it just really changes the whole mood. I never heard this part, actually. Okay, horns. Dude, I think this is really cool. It's funky. It's like hyping me up to catch Froggy. I think that's an A. I didn't expect to like that much. I thought it was only like 2 seconds long, maybe because you don't really hear the whole thing because you like catch the fish and then it's over. This one's called Hey You, It's Time to Speed Up. And I'm pretty sure this is just the speed up music. Yeah. It is what it is. It's Sonic's speed up theme. I think it's probably a C. Nothing too crazy there. Twinkle Cart. Okay, Twinkle Park I have a love-hate relationship with. I think with Sonic I really liked playing Twinkle Park, but with Amy I just have nightmares remembering her having to go there and escaping the Zero robot. But anyway, let's listen to Twinkle Cart. I keep wanting to say Twinkle Park. Oh yeah. This one's sick. So you got these like sweet changes, but that thing on top stays the same. It's kind of like building the tension. And it really sounds reminiscent of a racing game, you know? The way they wrote this, which is pretty darn cool and on the nose. Sounds very like classic Sonic music, this part anyway. But I think the intro sounded a lot more kind of cool and hip. I think it's a B probably. There's a lot of Twinkle Park songs, so this one's Pleasure Castle, which is where you get to the castle part at the second part of the stage. That one is pretty cool, but I think not as cool as the others. I'm gonna say a C for that one. And then Twinkle Circuit, which I guess is different from Twinkle Cart. I don't really recognize this one. When does this play? Because I thought Twinkle Cart is when you're in the cart in Twinkle Park, but Twinkle Circuit, I'm not quite sure. This one's a little more like generic, you know? It's not quite as cool as the others. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's pretty cool, actually. Always keep on running. I'm gonna say D. I'm sorry, I just wasn't really my favorite. Bakery Way, y'all know this one, okay? I covered this in one of my spookiest OST videos. This song was so freaky if you were a kid and you're being chased. Honestly, Amy's Story is like a horror game, especially when you're a kid. It's so freaking scary. Just a piano tune, actually. I mean, it is really pretty and kind of simple, but I think it's really like, you know, impactful, and it kind of adds to the horror of everything. He's probably a B just because he really helps set the scene and stuff, even though it's not necessarily like this crazy amazing song. But I think it's a good little scary tune, spooky tune. Run Through the Speed Highway. Yeah, I mean, we all know this one, guys. One of the best stages. One of the best probably music for Sonic stages too. And I like the little samples they throw in. Oh, I never noticed that harmony with the guitars there. I do remember that part. It's badass. What can you say? Honestly, it's an A. I think it's gotta be at least an A. And even though it's like I'm more drawn to kind of jazz-inspired songs with all these things, as you may know, you can't deny that is a cool-ass song. And in the second part of Speed Highway, they have the Going Down song. Okay, this is when you're running down the thing. You're running down the hill, the building. A couple of you guys were commenting on the Capcom versus SNK video I just did, and you were saying, hey, the New York stage, the like rap that you're hearing, they use that in the part where Sonic goes down in SA1. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I have to hear it for myself, and I haven't confirmed it yet. So let's see if it is the same rap, because that's pretty funny, actually. It is the same. That's so silly, man. Because I remember he says like blah blah like Michael Jordan. It's kind of like pitched up and sped up. I don't think that's a very cool song. I don't know. Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying like for my taste, like listening to it, I guess it would be like a D. It's kind of short, just a little hype part as you're running downwards. And then there's one more part of Speed Highway when you come out and you get to go to the goal. And I remember this song being really pretty. So let's listen to this. At Dawn. Wow, I never heard it with headphones, but like, there's so much like extra stuff that you don't hear. It's really like well produced. I think the part where the melody comes in is where it like really shines though. It's so catchy, even though the melody is really simple. I don't want to sit on one song too long, or this video will be way too long. I think it's at least a B. I don't know if it's as good as Run Through the Speed Highway. It's probably about the same, honestly. But for now, I'm just going to put it at B. Yeah, I think I'll just keep him at B. But I think it's really cool, like the melody and how it's so simple, but it does so much. Choose Your Buddy. I think we all know this song, even if you didn't play a lot of Sonic Adventure. If you made it to the character select screen, you heard this song. Let's get them. I mean, they didn't have to go so hard on the character select screen, but you know, of course they did because it's a Sonic game. So I think probably for me it's just a C because it's not like my favorite, but I think it's super cool for a character select. And I never really got to the guitar solo as much because I would just obviously choose and then start the game. Theme of CHAO. I don't know, some of these might be already from SA2 that I've heard, but let's do Theme of CHAO real quick. Okay, it's a different version. Honestly, not my favorite CHAO theme. I don't like it as much as SA2's CHAO themes. So I'm just gonna do D because I think it's kind of annoying. Let's get this party started. Okay, this is the CHAO race entrance. Which, you know, if you played SA2, you might recognize this as the CHAO lobby song. Actually a banger. I like all the samples in this song too, actually. And I would just like run in a circle around the like light pad thing. I think we're done with that. Okay. I mean, I think it's at least a C. I like it more in SA2 as the lobby theme. And then the CHAO race theme is Join Us for Happy Time. I actually don't think I've heard this. Ooh. Oh, I have heard this. It's just fuzzy because I didn't really do CHAO in SA1. I like this a lot more than the SA2 CHAO race song. It's a lot more generic in SA2. Pretty cool, actually. I'll put it in. Okay, next we have the Dreamy stage, which is the Casinopolis stage. Okay, I know I like this one. Yes, I always liked this when I was younger. I thought it was so cool sounding. You actually have an upright bass, some horns. You know, because casinos are like sexy and cool. You gotta have that jazz. I like that you could kind of walk around, you know. You could take a shower. Yeah, now it's kind of swinging. Bass is walking. Alright, I think that's got to be at least a A? B? What do you guys think? I don't know. I think it's probably a B for me, just because it can get better. It's almost an A for me. I'm being picky, I'm sorry. Blue Star. This is like the pinball music. I don't know if I'm like, what is it? Unpopular opinion. I always love doing the pinball. Like, you get to hear this cool ass music, and I just found it fun. I liked going in all the little rooms and doing the pinball. And I remember at the time I didn't really know much about Nights into Dreams. Oh, listen to this part. Anyway, I had heard about Nights into Dreams, and I thought it was really cool that there was like a cameo and stuff. About the same level as the other casino song, B. And then we have one more Casinopolis, which is Dilapidated Way. Oh, yeah. This is Where Your Tails. Because hearing this, I just hear Sonic. Hey, hey, hey! You made it! Sonic could not shut his fucking mouth when you have to race him. And you would be so far ahead of him, and then suddenly his little thing would just like catch up with you. I was like, bitch, I know you ain't that fast. Probably not as good as the other two casino stages, so probably a C. Challenge for Another Aim, which is the options song, I guess. Yeah, it's not my favorite. It's an options menu. I mean, what are you gonna do? I think it's probably a D compared to other stuff in the soundtrack. The next one is the theme of Dr. Eggman. Oh, come on. We all know this is gonna be a banger. I know I hated on Eggman's stages and Eggman's music in general in SA2, but it was such a downgrade from SA1's Eggman music. What an opening. Are you freaking kidding me? If you're like this evil villain and you have this theme music, let me hear that opening again. It's so cool. And I don't know, a lot of Eggman's songs in this game were like this kind of feeling with the, I guess it's kind of rock, but it's like, there's a lot of jazz inspo, there's a lot of horns in his songs. This one's a little more like rock inspired, I guess. I never heard this part. It deserves at least B. I don't know if it's quite an A just because it doesn't quite go anywhere after that, but it's legendary. Like, it's kind of humorous too because it's so in your face. The Egg Hornet. I'm sure once I hear it, I'll remember it. The first boss with Eggman. Yeah. This almost sounds like SA2's first boss, the gun robot or whatever. I mean, I guess that sounds like this, because this came before. But yeah, it's just like a very recognizable as a Sonic boss battle. I don't think by any means it's the best boss music, so I think it's just gonna be a D for me. We all know this one too. Station Square is my favorite. But Mystic Ruins, guys, this shit makes me emotional. Like, I don't know, there's something about being in the Mystic Ruins, and it was like this huge open world, and I feel like I always got lost there, and like I never knew what I was supposed to do, and then I have to like restart and listen to what people told me to do and then figure out where to go. But it's just such a different track compared to everything else, and I think it's just to really capture that feeling of it being like really in the past. Just for the feels, it's gotta be at A. And it's not a song I would obviously like listen to outside of the game, I guess. It's not really catchy in that sense, but for the game's atmosphere, especially that area, the Mystic Ruins, it's just perfect. It's really perfect. Next is Windy Hill, which is the Windy Valley stage. This one I think is really good, if I'm remembering correctly. It's very pretty. It's very sweet. That one's probably a C for me. Tornado. This is just the short little... You're getting sucked in the tornado. I mean, you literally hear this like for, you know, a minute or two while you jump on the panels. Up and down and all around. They put a little speed highway in there. I've never heard of that. That's interesting. Nonetheless, I think it's probably just a D. The last part of Windy Valley is called the Air. This one. It's so great. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the song that came from Sonic 3D Blast, I think. B or an A. Probably a B, I guess. Because I don't think it's quite the best. It's very, very solid. Fight for My Own Way. Let's see what this is. Oh, yes. This is the origin of Oh No. I don't even think you get to hear a lot of this because you just like beat Knuckles' ass and then you don't have to listen to him anymore. I don't think it's really that special. I think it's kind of cool, but I'll probably just put it at D. Snowy Mountain. This is for Ice Cap. But this isn't the music I remember from Ice Cap. Like I said, it's been a while. I haven't played Sonic Adventure in a long time. I'm just going off of what I remember. SA2 on the other hand, I replay quite often. This is kind of cool. I don't know that I've ever really heard that, but I think I'd still put it at D or C. Maybe C. Oh, I don't know if it's as good as these though. You know what? I'm just gonna put a C. Limestone Cave. This is for Ice Cap. I think I know what this is. This freaked me the fuck out when I was younger. This should have been on my spookiest video game music. I hate that noise. I think adding the bass and the melody here kind of makes it more tolerable. Not that I'm saying it's a bad song by any means, because it definitely gets the job done in being really creepy and like you feel like you're in this desolate place. It's really scary. I think for that alone I'll give it a C, just because it's very atmospheric. The last part of Ice Cap, Be Cool, Be Wild, and Be Groovy. This is the one I remember. Yeah, this is cool. Snowboarding down the hill. And we got that very recognizable sax that's very SA1. At least a B. It's pretty darn cool and wild and groovy. Invincible theme, I think it's just a D. It's not as good as all the other songs. Mount Red, A Symbol of Fear. Refresh ourselves here. I don't quite remember this one. It's so cool. This is what I think of when I think of SA1 music, like this kind of feeling. Damn, I think this has got to be an A, probably. It's so great. Red Hot Skull. Yeah, I remember this one. It's just like so out of left field, you know? I think at least a B for Red Hot Skull. Heartless Colleague, I don't remember how this goes. This is like that classic Eggman kind of sound. Not as much my preference. I like the more funky Eggman music. I mean, I think it's okay. Maybe a D, because it's not as cool as a lot of these up here. Sandhill. Oh yeah. This one's so sweet. Yeah, listen to that tension. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. This has gotta be A. It's just so cool. Sadness, I know this one. It's not the coolest sad cutscene music, but it is what it is. Okay, I actually don't remember this part. I only remember the beginning. It's actually quite pretty. I think that's actually at least a B. It's really quite pretty once you get into it. Theme of TIKAL. I remember this one. This one's like very emotional, perfect for her character. Really sets the scene, and it's really emotional. I think it's at least a B. Okay, the next three, y'all probably know how I feel about this if you watch my channel. I did a whole video just on this stage, basically because of well, a lot of it was because of the music, but you know, just the stage in general. I've always loved Lost World stage. And there's 3 songs that go with it: Tricky Maze, Danger, Chased by Rock, and Leading Lights. Tricky Maze is S tier for me. I think it's absolutely wonderful song. Danger, Chased by Rock is probably like a tier lower because it's not quite as cool as Tricky Maze. I mean, Tricky Maze has that bridge section that has a piano solo, and it's so beautiful. Wonderful chords. The percussion is so beautiful. You have these, you know, strings. A lot of, you know, jazz-inspired chords in there. Ties in really well to everything. I just love it. And then Leading Lights is the kind of Knuckles part of Lost World. And you do hear this song as Sonic. It's like the very end where you run to the goal and there's you hear it for like a second. Yeah, I think Leading Lights though is really good too. I think that's probably an A as well. The Past. I don't quite remember this song from the title. Yeah, this is more of a cinematic tune that helps with the story a lot, but I do think it's pretty powerful, so I'm gonna give it a B. Oh my god, Tornado Scramble, this is a jam. And I hated doing this stupid stage because you're just like mashing the button. But the music made it tolerable. It's an A. It's an A. No need to listen to the whole thing. This song is called Funky Groove Makes You Hot. Oh no, this is the options menu. It is kind of funky though. Nice options menu music for sure. I'll give it a C. This is Egg Carrier's music. I love this music. It's so good. It just got me so hyped. You know, you'd end a cutscene and this would kick in, and then it's like you're on the egg carrier, you can really explore quite a bit of it, and you're getting more into the story. You're about to get to the end of the character story, and it was just really cool, really hype. It's an awesome song. It's gotta be at least an A for me. Zero the Chase Master. Yeah, this scared the shit out of me. Zero was so threatening and scary. This one is, I don't know, it's probably just a C for me. It kind of reminds me of like the Tails mech stages in SA2, which makes sense because this is a robot music, robot's music. Sky Deck A Go-Go. I love this one too. I think this one's a B because I think it's like doesn't have as much going on as say like Egg Carrier, but I think it's a really cool theme. And then this is another Skydeck theme, which is General Offensive. Let's see. I don't recall this one as much. The synthy sound with the guitar, the electric guitar, is just pure Sonic Adventure, you know? This part's cool. I'll give that one a B as well. I think it's like just as good as the other Skydeck tune. This is Crazy Robo, E101's theme. Okay, it sounded like Gamma's theme at the beginning, but then... Ooh! I don't remember this one. Dang, do you guys remember hearing this song? This is freaking cool. So all the robots have the coolest music. I don't know if this is weird, but I think that's an A. Like, that was freaking cool. Bad Taste Aquarium. This is Hot Shelter's theme. I'm pretty sure this was like your Amy. It's pretty fuzzy to me, this part of the game. But I do think this tune is pretty darn awesome, so I'll give it a B. Red Barrage area of Hot Shelter. Let's see. This is like cool ass mechanical. Damn. The bass too. I'm gonna give that an A as well. I don't know, the hot shelter stages be hitting, man. Danger is imminent. Oh, this song freaked me out when I was little. Ooh, it's really unsettling. It's just probably like a D or C. Maybe just C. This is the hedgehog hammer. Oh, I never noticed that. Like the beginning, it sounds like Gamma's theme. Or am I tripping? It does. Do 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 do. It's kind of tied in there, which is nice because Amy and Gamma, their stories are like the closest, you know? It's like ska music, but cooler. Love the organ. I'll throw that one in B. Militant Missionary. Oh. Get a load of this. I remember this one well, man. I could never get... Okay, Egg Walker was easy, but Egg Viper, man. Even replaying it as an adult, it was hard. It was really hard for me, okay? It's a hard boss. The song is pretty badass. It started to annoy me because I'd have to restart this boss so many times, but I think it's a really cool song, actually. So I'm gonna put it in B. Yeah. Mechanical Resonance. This is the final egg. Yes. This is the one I love. Just like exploring Eggman's area, and it's just so cool. It's an A. Yeah, it's an A. Crank the Heat Up. Sounds like the options menu. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, this is kind of just a like remix, but I think still not as cool as the original, so I'll do C. And then we have Chaos 6. How this one sounds. So creepy sounding, but so cool too. It's a B. B for me. Calm After the Storm. Okay, y'all, this song is probably the most slept on in all of Sonic Adventure because I don't even think it's in the game. I think it plays during like one cutscene with Gamma, and it's just like a throwaway moment. But listen to this damn song and tell me it's not an S tier track. It's so sad. It should be in the game fully. Like, oh my god. Please do yourself a favor and listen to this song. Add it to your playlist. It's called Calm After the Storm from Sonic Adventure, okay? It's an S tier for me. So weird, right, that I'm putting that there, but I love this song, and I would have never discovered it if it wasn't for, you know, someone posting the OST online. Unbound. Okay, this is basically a rework of, you know, Gamma's theme, which is already S tier, but they've, you know, they've turned up the sentimental dial, they've jazzed it up a little. Just these chords underneath. It's so bluesy. Wow. Yeah, the bass is in there now. Never noticed that without headphones. Oh. Dare I say I might like this a little more than Gamma's original theme. Wow, it's so emotional. It's absolutely beautiful and amazingly written. It's an S tier. I gotta say, Open Your Heart's not my favorite, but I still think it's, like in terms of Crush 40, I mean, I still think it's probably an S tier though for just how hype it is. You know, you're fighting perfect chaos finally. This shit kicks in. Like, you just feel like you can do anything. It's gotta be S tier. A lot of the late game stuff is just amazing. Perfect Chaos Revival? I don't quite remember this. Again, you have the percussion from like Tricky Maze or from Lost World, which is a cool callback. This is like a very dramatic kind of song. Literally final boss. And you know, back in the day when Sonic wasn't just up against Eggman and he was up against this like deity that was so powerful, it was almost like a JRPG moment. Just really epic. That's probably like a B. It's pretty darn cool. This song is called Goodbye. Plays at the end. Cool. Oh, there's like a vocalist. Or am I tripping? I don't know. No, there is. Maybe even a clarinet? It's absolutely beautiful. I'd put it in A. And finally, another song that used to scare me when I was little, but I don't know why. The Will You Continue music. Basically the game over music. I don't know, it freaked me out when I was little. I think because I never wanted to die in video games, and I felt like when I got to the game over screen, it was just so like I felt like I let down the character I was playing, and I felt like I was dying in real life. I hated getting to those screens, but I mean, it's nothing too crazy. It kind of sounds like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so I'll probably just put it at D. Yeah, D. I was kind of picky this time. I love all these songs, you know, but I really wanted to save the very best for S tier. Also, the ones in A tier are just like really, really high A's. Let me know if you guys agree with this list. And it was so fun to revisit because it really isn't as familiar to me as SA2, like I said. I love how kind of experimental and cool the soundtrack is. There's just so many different kinds of things going on in every level. Wonderful trip down memory lane today. I gotta replay SA1 here soon. I really do. What's your favorite off this list? I think if I had to pick one that's like my absolute favorite, it would probably be Unbound. Maybe a weird choice for me, but I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. But that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for showing love on my last video, Capcom vs. SNK 2. I don't know, should I buy the kind of remake they're putting out? I think it's coming out in May, so maybe I should try to play it for the first time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!